and welcome back to Chat with Olajumoke. It's always a pleasure having you join us. Remember, Chat with Olajumoke is a place where we talk about all things better living. And we still have our guest co-host with us. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you.
Hello, ladies. How are you today?
Hi.
Dami, Godgin, and me. All right. So, on this episode, we are going to be talking about accepting negative feedbacks. Accepting and giving negative feedbacks. So it's always very easy to give feedbacks. You can dish it out to people. You can tell them how maybe they didn't minister well, or how they didn't do something right, or how they are not marketing their product well, or how they are not raising their child well. It's easy to do all of that, but accepting is more of a challenge that many people don't know how to, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. So I'm going to be starting with I don't know who's going to start, but this is the question I want to start with. How can you deliver negative feedback constructively without demoralizing the recipient? So you are the one that is giving the feedback and it's negative. How do you do it without demoralizing? Because the truth is that you can give feedbacks and the person that you are giving the feedback, at the end of the day, the person is being demoralized. So how do you do that without, so you are being conscious of the other party? So how do you do that? So who's going to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
For me, I'll say, before you give feedback, before you talk to anybody, what is your relationship? That will be the first question. The relationship you have with that person determines how you are going to talk to that person.
So if the person is close to you,
if you are close, that doesn't mean you should talk down that person.
because I wanted to say, if you are close, you can just say, oh, makes sense. So it's not,
we have different type of closeness. We have different type of closeness. I am close to Auntie Dayo. I'm close to you, but in a different way. The way I will talk to Auntie Dayo and tell her, share what right here. I might not tell you because of that. Share what right here. You might take it. We are close, but level. Share, you understand? So the closeness determines the way you are going to handle the issue.
okay.
So when you are closer and you know the way you relate before, the way you handle issues together before will determine how you talk. But if you are talking to maybe a church member you are not close, maybe a unit member in the church, and there is a very big situation on ground, firstly, before you utter a word out, don't worry. If I am to beat this person, how
would I take it?
So when you ask that question within yourself and you answer it, you know how to relate the stuff to that person. So it will be fair. But at the same time, you know that some people, they are rigid. If you say, I'm sorry, I need to do this, they will pick offense. They will pick offense. Even if you did not talk, they will pick offense.
Like,
the only thing you need to do at that moment, especially in church, the reason why I'm saying it is we are church stuff. But even in an organization, when you meet with people like that, ask God for wisdom how to relate that issue. Then you now move forward. Either he takes it or that person did not take it. But in one way or the other, you tell her your mind or tell him your mind and what you think.
Okay.
But at the same time, you should ask for God's wisdom, because it's not easy. Even with friends and friends, there are sometimes that it will not go well without friends.
All right.
So that's
Thank you. Got it.
Okay, thank you very much. I have two things to say on that question. The first one is we should see receiving and giving negative feedback as something that is expected or normal if you're in a growth mindset, if you're in a season of where you know that you're growing. So for me, I see negative feedback as good as positive feedback. So that's the first one. And the second one is that the act of giving and receiving feedback is a skill, and that skill is expandable.
Yeah.
So it can be learned. So number two is that the act of giving and receiving feedback is a skill, and it is expandable.
Yeah.
So you can build up on it. You can learn the right way to give negative feedback and the right way to receive negative feedback. That means when somebody has given you negative feedback, how do you receive it? And the third thing I would say is that as the person who is giving, so you have to be, as the person who is receiving negative feedback, you have to learn how to sieve negative feedback to get the gold.
Yeah.
Like out of the silver lining, out of the dark cloud.
Yes. Yeah.
You have to be vast. You have to learn, because you can't control what the person is giving to you. You can't control the other person.
Yeah.
But you can always control how you receive what is being thrown to you.
Yeah.
And now you that want to now give the negative feedback, don't avoid it. Don't run away from giving feedback. Give it, but give it in a way that the person who is going to receive it will see the things that they can learn from. So you're not demoralizing the person, and you are telling the person, these are the areas and these are where you can go from, and these are where you can learn from, and these are what you can do to become better. Just like discipline, we are disciplining a child in parenting. So you can discipline the child but not break the will of that child. So you can correct the person but don't break the will, the morality of that person.
Thank you. Auntie D.
When we talk about accepting receiving negative feedback, I think I would place it at par with how do you receive insults. For me, you can turn an insult to something positive. It depends on your mindset. Someone is coming to give you a feedback. For my own interpretation is, oh, so you took time to watch me closely. Thank you for taking time to watch me closely. Thank you for not going behind my back to talk about it, for coming to meet me. That means you are interested in my growth, in my improvement. Everything just depends on your mindset. Then when it comes to giving negative feedback, as a person, I try to avoid it. I try to avoid giving negative feedback, because the person you are saying it to almost thinks, oh, so you're trying to pull me down. Some people have that victim mentality.
So you would rather be quiet?
What I do in most cases is that I have people around me that are, how will I put it, more diplomatic than I am.
Okay.
So I
allow other people to do the dirty job.
Don't tell them to do the work, seek their opinion.
Okay, how to go about it?
Yes, how do I go about this? And I say people around me that are diplomatic, I have over time been able to gather people who don't gossip or backbite, because it's important.
Yeah.
You could go and meet someone and you are like, oh, I have XYZ issue. This person, this. And the person immediately takes it down. You understand? And now says it in such a demeaning manner, and it becomes gossip. So I have people around me that are not like that. I'll go meet them. How do I? Then because they are diplomatic, they teach me the right words to use, the body language. I'll now go back and do the same thing. So it won't come off as being offensive. Where the person loses the value being passed and comes up as, oh, a positive report. Like she said, the person is able to receive it in a positive way.
But you know that there are some people that even if you are diplomatic from now till next year, they will still pick offense.
Yes, some people naturally pick offense. They are very good at picking offense. For people like that, me, I will say my own and I'll move on. You are talking to my back. If it is necessary, if I see that me not giving that feedback would affect my own duties, but still, I'll give. At least I'll give. It's a feedback. It's not, or maybe we shouldn't do it as negative or positive feedback. It's just you're giving feedback.
Okay, so you know that we're talking about feedback. We're talking about both feedbacks and criticism. So constructive criticisms and destructive criticisms. Okay, so you are saying that it depends. I want to sync everything we have said together. So you're saying that it depends on the relationship that you have with the person. So the relationship you have will determine how to go about it. So if it's someone that you are close with, you can just say it. You don't have to overthink. You can just say it. Then with somebody that you're not as close to, you have to be more cautious and give the feedback. But then I also want to add that though there are certain words that you can use, because I'm careful to bring out the demoralizing from the question I asked. There are certain words that you can use that can demoralize someone. You can't just say, you are just not doing well. That thing does not even make sense. Those kind of words can be demoralizing. There are some words that that's not always feedback. That's an attack. That's an attack.
It's not. It's an attack. Because the moment you utter those words out, that person is not listening to anything you're about to say.
There's a word shut down.
There's a word
immediately. Straight up. So that's an attack. So I love that. Okay, you wanted to say something. I wanted to summarize your own thoughts too.
Okay.
So you were saying that it's a two-way thing. So you should look at it like someone is giving me feedback. It's to make me better. Somebody, either negative or positive, is to make me better. But you should be able to sieve the negative feedbacks or the criticism that, so to say, destructive rather. Sieve it and bring out the gold. Don't just shut your mind out and say, this person, there's a place for people saying that this person is just jealous of me, and this person doesn't like this thing, and then just shut out everything. And there are some things that the person is saying, or there's something that the person said that if you sieve out, you bring them out, and it can make you a better person. So being able to sieve out and bring out, the person might be talking from a place of jealousy, who knows, but there will still be some things that the person is saying that might be true, and that you need to bring out.
I would like to add, in an organization, if you're dealing with a younger colleague, you let the person see those things he or she has done well. You praise. You now go like, oh, but do you know that if you place this cup this way, it's better?
Yes, I was even going to go there by the time we are concluding.
Okay, it's better. Why? Your hand, the way you lift it. And the person is no longer looking at, oh, she corrected me. The person is thinking of, oh, there's another way to do this. And if it is a senior colleague, if it is someone that doesn't like listening, you go ahead, everything is messed up. You now come back, Oga, do you know that we could do this another way? Can we try another way? Let's see if it will work. You're not saying this is the proper way to do it, or all you're saying is, can we try?
So the person
like
can decide to pick it.
Your words matters.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you for saying that. So, from the answer to the question I asked previously, your own answer was
something.
You let me forget my line of thought.
I don't want to forget to. I want to add this too, that before you go ahead to give people feedback, how do you to relate with their feedback? It matters. Because you giving people feedback, and maybe the cup now turns to your own side. How do you take it? So it matters too.
All right. So Auntie Dio was saying that there are sometimes that, not sometimes, there are some people that don't know how to, because they are very blunt, so they will just say it. So why not look for someone that is diplomatic, that can help relate the feedback? And when you are doing that too, I think it's also important that when you're doing that, it doesn't come to a place where the person is feeling like you're talking my matter. Some people can be like, why didn't you come and meet me? Why did you have to go through someone?
That was why I said the person would tell me, and
you will now relate. Okay, not
the person. It is important that the person you are seeking advice from is not a gossip. That will now run on
and
before you even get
Okay. So I think I've been able to sync all our thoughts together. But you wanted to say something. Can you still remember what you wanted to say the other time? If you still remember. All right. So the next question I want to ask now is: have you been in a place where you were giving negative criticism or negative feedback? They gave it to you, or you gave it?
No, they gave it to me back to back.
Okay. No. Let's start from where you had to. How did you do it? I don't. If you have any scenario, maybe just summarize for us and tell us how you did it. Just summarize. If you would like to share, if there's anyone. I'm trying to think if there's.
Okay, I do remember of recent. Someone made a dress for me, and it was not what I was expecting the dress to look like, and I had to just. I was like, should I not tell her? Because let me encourage her, but then I was like, I have to tell her the truth so that she can know how best to, improve herself. I have to not tell her that. What I told her was, okay, I would rate how I like the clothes from 1 to 10. So I thought that, okay, I will give this clothes a 7. I thought that if I want to make you happy, I will say 7. But if I want to tell you the truth, how it is in my heart, I will tell you 5.
Okay, 5.
But if I want to make you happy, I will tell you 7. But if this is how you are, the way I feel truly in my heart, I'll tell you 4. Why? Because
okay, so 3 options.
Yeah. No, 2 options. Okay, so 4 and 7.
Okay, no, 4 and 7.
No,
you mentioned
5.
Yes, 5 and 7. No, I meant 4 and 7.
Okay.
Yes. So 4 and 7. So I told her, okay, so this is how it is. So, and this is the reason why, and this, and I should have to explain to me, okay, she told me, okay, don't worry, I understand. So I was like, if I want to make you happy, I'll tell you 7, but the way I feel is 4. So, but the next dress she made for me, it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. So this is a 9. This is a 9.
So this is the thing about feedback. The day that the person does well, if you tell the person that you did well, I love this thing that you did. When it's time to give a negative feedback, it won't be hard. But when you have never given a positive feedback before, and then you just come to me the first time and you're saying that this, come on. It comes from a place of what happened. So if you have been giving positive feedbacks before, it's easy to be able to give negative feedback. Yes. So thank you for sharing that. Do you have any?
And then we have to learn to build a culture of where people are free to receive feedback and to give feedback. So that culture, and some persons it's like you're walking on eggshells around them. And that is
draining.
That is a soul issue. They have some soul wounds that they need to heal up from. So you have to heal to a point where when somebody says something to you, you don't feel attacked. Not everything is an attack. But if you are still having some soul wounds, some soul issues, any small thing, you're already feeling.
This thing that you said brought up a question in my mind. So how do you tell someone that you respect, someone that is older, someone that maybe probably mentors you, or somebody that is a role model? How do you give that person a negative feedback that it won't come across as insubordination, or I don't know the words to use right now?
I think the only advice from my own angle is just to give yourself that little space. Giving that space, you are not living, you are not doing anything. That person is still your mentor, but giving that space, give you the room, or give the mentor the room to know that something is wrong.
Then the person
give that now exactly and say, okay, what is going on?
That's an angle.
What is going on? For sometimes you are not like this, you are not like this, then you can now come in and say, okay, I don't want to talk, I don't want to do this because I don't want to disrespect you. This not like Misha that I can just
blunt.
I'm very blunt. For me it's hard, but in a way I will say it. Something happened to me not quite long in church, and I was called, my husband was called as well. So the person started saying, but the normal me, I meeting that no, it should not be like. But in that space, I think maybe growth, let me say growth, then I can say Holy Spirit, that level that I am now, I could hold myself. So after that person finished, then I started talking. This is this. Oh, me then Robert, this, and we could. That person is my mentor too. So, but I just say, sir, ma, this, it will see affordable.
So this thing you said is going to lead into another question, but I still want us to address this issue about this, your opinion. I don't know if anybody has a different opinion. How do you, somebody that is a mentor that is older, that you respect, how do you give a person a negative feedback?
For me, I think it is asking the question why. There are situations.
Why?
Yes, there are situations that you and your mentor, you and your mentor, of course, you have a relationship, a feedback kind of relationship, and the mentor does certain things. A situation will come where you need to ask questions. Excuse sir, you did this thing this way. Why? You will see the question on your face. Or when this person spoke to you, you responded somehow. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? It's unlike it's unlike you, and I just want to understand the reason. When you come in that way, the person is, of course, at that point in time, it's not as if the person is angry or anything. You guys are talking. When you come in that way, the person would explain. You're not like, okay. And if it's someone you are close to, the person could ask you, what could you have done? And that would have been an opportunity for you to, I would have done this, but then knowing the backstory, I guess I could have reacted the same way. You've subtly passed across your message without going like, you reacted irrationally or the idea, sorry, but you kind of and then you guys will just
talk it through.
So there is a way
for someone older and who is your mentor.
You can do it like you're asking a question.
That's the question. And it depends on the relationship you have with.
That was why
you should have a good relationship with your mentor.
If someone is your mentor,
there is a relationship, but
there's still a wall.
Yes.
So no matter how much of a mentor that person is, when it comes to asking questions, your mentor is someone that I'm not talking about all this online mentor. I'm following Lagbaja. One-on-one mentoring.
That you can ask
there is nothing. Yes, if you have a mentor and it is one-on-one, there is always room for questions. The reason why? Okay, why are you wearing this dress? Could you have gone with heels instead of flats? You are not giving. You are asking, if I wear it with flats, it will look like this. I have to do this. If I wear heels, it will give me this. But if you had worn that heels without your pearls, you've already planted something. You sent your message across. Next time when she's dressing up, she will go like, she wants to pick. She'll go like, and this person said, let me try.
Okay.
You understand?
All right. Thank you. Do you want to add anything?
No, I was going to talk about coming from a way of asking questions. And she just took off my mouth.
Perfect. So the next question I want to ask came from where what you said the other time. So how can we begin to you also answer this in a way, kind of. How can we begin to have an open mind towards constructive criticism? You were saying the other time that we should develop a culture that feedback is feedback. People will give you feedback, but people don't like. They only like to be applauded. They only like to told, this is good, this is good. Then when you now come with the boss, there is a problem. So how do we begin to have an open mind towards constructive criticism?
For me,
constructive right now, but you're telling the person.
Let me talk from my own angle. You see, when you call me to give me back to back, to me I see the love, the
genuinity of the relationship.
I don't see I am quick to say sorry, because when you tell me this, immediately I process it. That means continue no shield immediately. Then the next thing I will say is, I'm sorry. If you now go further, I will listen. One thing about me is I will listen. I will back to back continue. When you are done, the one I can sieve out that I know is not true, that I know that we're exaggerating, then I will now tell you that it's like this, but in a manner that person will not see it as
okay.
Exactly. So that's I'm talking because people are we are difficult to manage.
Human beings
very difficult to manage. So when you are in a space or you are in a relationship, friendship, and there is a war between that friendship or the relationship that you cannot talk to each other, then there is a problem.
Because
It's not healthy. It's not.
Okay.
So we need to, like what she said, that we need to see it as a culture. Talk to me. If you love me, you see something that is bad and I in a good way, not attacking.
Yeah.
That shows that you love me. That shows that you are concerned about my growth, about my safety. There's some things that, when something happened and you are shocked, the way you are going to relate it with that person, why will you do that? It's not from a place of
bitterness or anything. It's from a good heart.
Because there is this, from within, the love from within will make you do that. Why will you do that? And some people will take it. And why will you do that? Why will you do that? So we need to.
We get you. Thank you. All right, do you want to add anything to that?
On that question, I think we need to come to a point where we should decide to have a growth mindset.
In fact, that's going to be like my final question where we are going to conclude. Yes, please continue. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So we should have a growth mindset. Like recently, I transitioned into a new career path, and I'm learning. So when you're in a new place, you're learning and picking up a lot of things. So you should be open to receiving feedback, because somebody will tell you this thing you did is not good. So my supervisor will tell me this thing you're writing is not good. No, talking about your question of have you received negative feedback?
Yeah.
Oh, he gave me back. But initially I was a bit angry, like this guy does not even. But I had to just calm down I had to now calm down. I said it's not as if he's saying from a point of this is just where I need. So you have to be. At times you have this feeling of I'm too good. So come down from your high place.
Yeah.
To know that you are not as good as you think you are.
Exactly. You can be good in other areas, but you get to another area, they are not as good though.
So you have to come down and learn. So you have to calm down and just see, okay, what can I pick up from this? He has told me, okay, this is what he's complaining about. Okay, so let me pick up, let me learn. Learning is not easy, so give yourself grace. So and then just have a growth mindset. So if nobody's telling you something that is bad that you can improve on, are you really growing? So you're supposed to be growing always, in growing from one level to another. The path of the just shines brighter and brighter. So if there's anything that is blocking your path from shining brighter, you have to move on. You have to keep going higher. So if you're going higher and higher, of course you're going to make mistakes. The child who's working will fall one day.
They have this subtle way of internal response.
Correct. So this is our way
to draw the line. Like
okay, so this you cannot control what people are going to say. There is nothing you can do about it. So people would say whether you draw a wall or they don't draw the wall. Anybody that wants to talk to you will talk to you. What you can do is maybe walk away, or don't give the room for both of you being together. That the person now talks.
We talked about
there was a topic we talked about, something like that. I can't remember. People that make you feel small.
People
that make you feel small. So there are people that and it's also related to It's also related. So you cannot control what people are going to say.
No.
So they would say whatever they want to say. They would some will even come, even though you have created the boundary, you didn't sit close to them, they'll still come again, they'll come
looking for you.
So what you can just do is probably walk away, or let the person intentionally, if the person speaks and you don't give an answer or something, let the person know that I am intentionally doing this. You pass your message across.
Choosing to ignore
you. Thank you. That's the word.
And then when the person is speaking to you, just try to guard your heart, you just try to guard your heart so that those words does not penetrate. Because words are powerful. So as the person is saying something, is affirming your own self, be affirming yourself as you, so you can block out that. So can I come to that question you asked about how that how you try to you verbalize or you explain when someone is giving you a negative feedback. So for me,
that's my question.
Okay, so that's a very serious matter, because it can affect the culture you're trying to build. So you have to it's something you have to stop intentionally, because if you don't, the person will end up stop giving you feedback, because when you say you will still give it, you will find a way to explain. So you want to build a culture where people are free around you to tell you what it is, and you need it because you have blind spots. You have blind spots. So you need somebody to tell you, babe, this is what you're doing wrong. So you need somebody to tell you this is what you're not doing okay. So but if you always try to explain, then their ability to tell you will begin to reduce. You know, she's going to come and tell me. And you know, most of the time, we women, our mouth are usually faster.
Yeah.
So they will be like, I don't have energy for her now. I want to tell her this is okay, but I have to explain. I don't have energy, so they'll let you. And you don't want to be let alone.
Yeah.
You don't want to, so you have to break. So if you have that habit, please break it off.
Okay, so people that belong to the same WhatsApp group as
even a CCTV camera has blind spots.
Everywhere.
So how much more?
Okay. So please, if you belong to listen more, listen. I'm thinking to myself as well. So listen more and say thank you after the person is done. And then you might be feeling hot when the person is saying it, like no now there was a reason why. Yeah, there's a reason why. Don't be saying it to your mind. God ask for grace. Well, amen. All right, I think second to the last thing we're going to talk about before we conclude is what's it called now? Compliments. Compliments. So talking about compliments, do you know that there are some people that don't know how to give compliments, and there are some that also don't know how to receive compliments? So let me talk about the receiving compliments. So somebody says that I like your dress, I like what you're wearing, it's very beautiful. Why can't you just say thank you and move on? And I say, that dress, I've had it since now. I've had this like 10 years ago. I don't remember. Kinika. Hey, can't you just say thank you and move on? Hey, because I know that women, they are very guilty of this thing, at least in some way. They say
thank you.
You just say thank you. That's a grateful way of receiving compliment.
Thank
you and move on. They do not ask you questions. Don't do plenty aroye or alaye explanation because they complimented. Well, if the person is close to you and you don't even need it. I
like your dress.
Thank you. And move on. Hey. So please learn to receive compliments. Giving compliments to, if you see something that somebody is doing good or looking good, say it.
You say it. You appreciate the person.
All right. Does anybody have anything?
Have you ever complimented someone and the person's countenance just changed?
Yes. And the person starts walking on air. And you're looking like but there are some people that don't know how to give you compliments in this life.
You don't. They
will look at you.
And there are some people that do you know there are some people that you look forward to that they should give you compliments?
Yes.
That's when they give you compliments.
Yes. If they are seeing you, you go like this.
Exactly.
You go like this. This person see me now. Hey, where is the person? This is me now. Come give that.
But you will just they will just walk.
Do you know there are people that have complimented over and over again that they have never given me one compliment before? What is wrong with you? What happened to you? All right, so that's just on the lighter note. Okay, so how can we now turn our negative feedbacks into, that's why I said the last question. That was the last question I was going to ask. How can we turn our negative feedbacks to a means to grow, as opportunities to grow? So how can we? I know we have said it in passing. We have talked about receiving, listening more, and all of that.
So let me add to that. There's something called feedback tree. So we can Google to research. So when you pick up a feedback, there's a tree you have to pass it through. Okay, so the first question you ask is, does it align with my values, my goals? So you yes or no. So if it does not, then you can. So you go further asking the next question. Okay, so how can I? So even when you get a feedback, so when you ask the first layer of question, does it align with my goal? Then you can ask, okay, can I speak to my mentors about this so that they can help see if something that they can actually do or you can do away with. So there's a feedback tree. You can research it and you can see how to process negative feedback to see if something, because you may not necessarily use it. Yes. But you should just accept it so you can keep that culture of receiving, especially when it's come gracefully. So accept it, but then you still have to sieve it. So that feedback tree can help you sieve through the feedback to know how to use it and all.
Awesome.
So I want to say something. You mentioned in passing as regards some kind of words you use when giving feedback. So I want to just point out some words, like words like always. You always do this.
Yeah.
Avoid. Words like every time. And when
I've known you.
So at certain words you have to, and then when you haven't given compliments, your dress is nice, but why do you have to?
Please jump and pass.
Okay, so for this one you mentioned, so you want to give a feedback. You're coming from a place of starting from the good part. I loved this and this and this and this. How do you now say, because you want to
That one is
join
not a
it?
compliment. That one is a feedback. You can use but.
Okay.
You can use but there.
Are we saying the same thing?
You
can use both
you
there.
are making it in a two.
Because you want to start from a good
but
place.
you know what?
But you know where you are going
Feedback.
to, but you want to start because you want the feedback to sit well.
But see, to me, there is two different things. If you want to compliment,
And let it go.
and let it go.
But if
Don't
it's
compliment
feedback-
at the same time giving feedback.
I mean, what is
It
feedback?
defeats the purpose.
What is
That is
feedback?
just it. So you can compliment, take note what you want to say, and later,
Or don't compliment at all.
or
and
don't
give your
compliment
feedback.
or do the
Just give
feedback.
your feedback.
All right, but what you said, what is feedback?
What is feedback? Feedback is just like giving you like a response to what has happened. So it could be positive or it could be negative. If it's positive, it's compliment.
Okay, if it's positive, it's compliment.
Yes. Then if it's negative, then that is where you now need to work on.
So you can use both.
Yes, you can use both, but I mean, is the context
It depends. Thank you. Depends.
The context at which
You can't compliment my dress.
and then you now use
And
It's
shoes
not long enough.
Who tell me the dress is too short? Exactly. Finish. And depends on the relationship we have. See, there are some feedback we should not even do at all. Let's be sincere with ourselves.
You are not
We
in
are.
the right
You are
place
not in
to
the
give
right
that
place to give me
feedback.
that feedback.
Yeah.
We are friends or an acquaintance. You just telling me why did you wear this? I'll give it to you back to back. You don't have, that's the truth. But if you are close, if you are close and you tell me, boss be by I don't like what.
Yes.
Immediately I'll tell you, hey, is it not good?
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing I can do again. What you want me to next time I won't do that. But you coming
I
from
want to say
no.
something.
Compliment me and go. Don't say
Let me say
Thank
something
you.
embarrassing that happened that I did to someone. When the lady came, sincerely, I loved the dress. So I didn't look beyond, this dress is nice. That was the only thing I looked at. I did not look at the length of the dress because the dress was looking so nice on her. I didn't look at the length. It was someone that now called my attention. My mom was like, excuse me, please could you get her a scarf? The dress is too short. That was when I now saw the dress.
And you had already complimented.
Yes,
You would have sent somebody.
We met early. So
You sent somebody to
I like
give.
what you're wearing.
Exactly.
I couldn't send someone. I didn't want to put those under me in that kind of a situation. So I looked. I was like, and I had already
So
sincerely the dress. I now went to meet her. I was not like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't look at the length of your dress. I actually loved the dress, but I didn't look at the length. Please, I'm very sorry. Would you agree to using a scarf to cover? Please. I know I am wrong in this. I should have told you earlier. She had time to have gone home to change when we saw, but the length did not even. All I was seeing was, I see this beautiful dress, and I went to her to compliment her. It wasn't as if she came to me.
But she didn't feel bad, Sha.
She didn't feel bad.
Okay.
I think she kind of understood. But I felt somehow.
But you gave her the scarf.
I gave her the scarf, but I felt bad. I was
Hey, yeah.
I carried my leg.
you went to that.
I like your dress.
I the one that, oh my goodness.
Wow.
So what you said about having to not everybody you can just give feedback. So you have your opinion. Not everybody have their opinion.
Yeah.
So you cannot just come and be dishing out your opinion. This is what I think. So there's a right relationship you need to have to be able to give that feedback. So even if you can't give that feedback, there's somebody you can tell that can pass it to the person that is in the right place to correct that feedback. And then also when you want to give feedback, you have to check the context, like how is the person feeling at that point?
Yes.
So is the person ready to receive? Because don't just talk because you want to talk because you want the change to happen. So if you want the change to happen, the person has to be able to receive it without being defensive. So the person has to be in it. So you can even ask, can I talk to you about this work that you've done? I have some things that I want to say that is not so, that it may not be so nice, but I just need to just let you know. So the person can be ready. So the person is angry at the moment. The person can say, please maybe later we can talk about it. the person can say, yes, go ahead, I'm okay. So the person has to be in a good place mentally to receive feedback.
Okay, so in the place of giving feedback, I enjoyed having you. Because I like your perspective, and I really love it.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll invite you again and again if we have your opportunity. I hope you don't mind.
Love to.
Alright. Okay, so before we end this, it's game time. So drum roll. So in this game, we are going to be rhyming words.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll start from Auntie D.
Okay.
You're going to give us a word, and then we rhyme. So, for example, if you give us the word food, she would rhyme food with maybe good or food or something. So just rhyme. So if you miss it, we would move to another person again. God help you.
You people know I'm not good in
I know. It was speaking English.
I don't like it.
We understand. We understand. Our audience understand. So no problem.
Is it like in a sentence or just
No, just the word. Just the word.
Run.
So are we ready? Run.
Yes, run.
Gone.
Wait, let's go back. Before she talks, I want to ask the question again.
Okay.
And please rephrase it. All the English I don't understand. So
okay. It means you have to rhyme the word. So she said run. What did you say? Gone. You can say born. You can say turn. I think turn rhymes. So you look for a word that rhymes.
Run.
Yes. It doesn't have to be the spelling, but it should sound
alike.
It should sound alike. Turn, born, done.
Yes.
Yeah. So Auntie D, you have to pick another word. Now she understands.
Yeah, maroon. What have mercy.
Once.
Font. Anybody that knows font. Yes, okay.
Runs.
Oh my God.
Auntie D.
Auntie
What's that rhyme with runs now?
Yes, we are okay. Take us. If you give us a word, God give.
Okay, a word. So let me say gates.
Gates.
Got.
Late.
Gates.
Okay, late.
Yes.
Base.
Back. No. Bit.
Oh, yeah, give us a word. You give us a word. Any word.
Lobato.
Any
Light.
word. Like fight.
Right. Sight.
Delight.
Right. Delight correct. Yes.
Correct.
Height.
Okay.
Height. Mama, what's up?
She's grammarian. She's good at all of that. Okay, let me give you my own word. Bad.
Sad.
Lad. Sad.
Seed.
Thank you, everybody.
Dad. Mad.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. We are done. We are done.
Shawarma.
Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you. Thank you everybody for joining this week's episode. I hope you have learned a lot, and I hope you had fun as much as we did. So we'll see you again next time. Don't forget to keep keeping it real. Bye-bye.
Bye.